good, y'all? My name is Kuma. I'm here with Bbop. Gonna be talking to you guys about a few things about him and CypherNation. So, tell me a bit about yourself.
First, my name is Bryan Donaldson. I go by Bbop. I've been active in Atlanta as far as in the battle scene since 2003. Been living in Atlanta 95, 96. Obviously, y'all see my leash right here for my wife. I am a married father of two, man, and you know, I'm just a man for the community, man for the kids. And yeah, I'm just your friendly neighborhood Bbop. That's it.
Okay, so like, what kind of things have you done for the community? Like, what have you done within the community? Not just, just the community in general, but like the creative community, you know?
So what I've done in the past was I used to teach classes to kids. I used to teach popping classes. Now is me being that big brother to a lot of dancers, that one that doesn't matter what time of the night, you can give me a call, if you need advice, just really being that big brother, that uncle to a lot of dancers now, and just lending them the ear. And because one thing I've noticed is there's not that many people we have in this culture now, present, that can really be a big brother and just someone they can talk to outside of dance. And that's mainly what I'm doing right now, and also just continue to like spread the knowledge, spread especially Atlanta's history in the dance culture, and just dance in general. Because again, I want this, like we was talking before, I want this to continue to keep going. And so, like I said, whoever wants to listen, I'm always here to talk.
That's something that a lot of I won't even say young men in particular need, because young men have such a block when it comes to being able to express themselves or being able to talk about things that really deeply rooted in them, like that really hurt them or bother them or make them angry. It's always calm down, don't do that, you can't act like this. But having someone around to be able to talk to you about that, because sometimes your dad is the worst person to be there. They want you to be that stand-up gentleman. They want you to be that guy that doesn't express himself by hitting the wall and stuff. Sometimes you need a punching bag. I get it, but it's good to have that type of that figure in life. The fact that you're doing it for multiple young men, it's beautiful. Like, I love that. I'm always a person. I've always been the person my friends have talked to, guys, girls, everybody that's just come to me, just kind of, they need some type of advice. And most of the time, I don't know what I'm going to say. I just know I'm listening. You guys need an ear, but I'll pray about it. And most time, I'll tell me exactly what to tell them. Most of the time, I don't remember what I've just said, but I know it helped them. So
and I do the same thing. Like, I can, if I see something and I'm like, all right, let me pull them to the side. It's always that, hey, little man, let me talk to you real quick. Let me tell you something. This is not the way to do it. It's not that serious. It's a better way of doing this. It's okay to cry. If you want to cry, let it out, man.
That's it.
Go in the car and just scream real loud. It's okay. Get that out. But I don't want you to take your anger out on like this.
Right. My biggest thing is projecting emotions on other people. It causes more issues than people think. You could be angry about the fact that somebody put your groceries in paper bags if you ask for plastic. And now all of a sudden you're angry at everybody, slamming doors, tripping kids on the way in and everything.
And see, that's not the move.
No.
It was a period, like, not to go deep, but it was like I saw like a lot of young men, a lot of young brothers in Atlanta that were, filled with emotions and mad and angry. So that's when I really was like, all right, somebody gotta be that uncle, that big brother to say, hey man, just tell me what's wrong. Like, what outside of your dance. And my biggest thing now is I talk to a lot of dancers. I'm like, hey, your name is Human Torch, but I want to know who Daniel is.
Right.
Like, I don't care for the dance thing. Let me talk to Daniel for a minute. And I just want to see who you are. I'll give you Bryan. I'll give you Bbop. I'll give you Bryan. You give me Daniel.
Right.
Let's talk about it. Let's see what's going on with you first.
And that's the thing. Like, I'm one of those. I love personal talks. Like, I like to be able to understand a person, not just from the facade or the image that they try to show everybody else in public, but the person I'm actually talking to. And sometimes it can get a little twisted and whatnot. I've always been Joy and Kuma. So you know, whichever person you get from Kuma, you get from Joy. So it's always been a little confusing to me, especially when I got more into the dance scene. it was confusing when I'm like, okay, this person's like this here, but I hear all types of other stuff online, or I hear this other thing from this other person. It's like, okay, so who are they? And I realized a lot of people don't like being approached by people they don't know. It's so weird. It's like, so how do you meet people? How do you make deals? How do you make any type of connection that's gonna further you in life if you don't like getting approached by someone, regardless of what I may have or may not have?
Right.
So like when I go into these dance events, I'll be sitting there watching people. Like I'm a watcher. I don't talk much. As much as I'm talking right now, I actually don't talk a lot.
You absorb the room,
right.
And you watch how people move. I get that. Yeah.
Right. It's body language is always one of the first tells. You can tell how people are looking at other people, their facial expressions when they're looking away from someone. It's all that stuff that's so subtle, but a lot of people don't pay enough attention to because they're stuck in their own heads about something. I don't go in my head very often. If I've got some headphones on, yeah, I'm in there the whole time dancing. But aside from that, I'm aware of everything around me.
See, I do that a lot when it comes to if I'm hosting. And like I tell people, like I see everyone different than people in the crowd. Like I'm up and I can look at everybody. Like we're on the stage and we can see everyone here and everyone looks at, me and the DJ. So I'm looking at everyone, seeing what type of emotions I'm seeing,
Right.
like I said, body language. And that actually determines how I'm gonna host, what energy I'm gonna give out. If I'm gonna target a certain person, make them laugh. I don't say they laughing the whole time. Like boom.
Yep. It's
You
you.
my target. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
Yep.
I'm gonna make you smile. I'm gonna make you smile. You a little. I got you. I'm gonna make you smile. So I do the same thing all the time. Like I don't usually, like you ever see me host, I don't cipher much. I'm not saying I love to dance, but I don't cipher much, and that's honestly because the whole time I'm sitting there like, and I'm just watching everybody I go up to. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Especially kids.
Oh yeah, certainly.
I have to make kids feel comfortable, make the parents feel comfortable, especially let you know that hey, this ain't the type of environment that you ain't got to worry about.
Right.
And let them know that it's cool. But yeah, I definitely am the same way. With just sitting back, not saying nothing at all, just watching everybody.
Yeah, I get the I look mean type of thing. And most people they don't quite understand what to do with me because I'm just sitting there watching. And a lot of times I don't have that. I'm not sitting there watching and smiling at everything unless I'm really like enjoying. Like unless the energy is so high in the room where I'm just like, bruh, this is amazing. But unless it's like that, I'm just kind of.
Oh yeah.
And they don't know what to do with that. Oh, it's crazy. You know, I mean, people walk up to me, are you angry? You good? Is something wrong? You need something?
Oh,
I'm
man,
fine. I'm enjoying the room. You enjoying the room? We're good.
I get that a lot. Just because it's outside of hosting. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very quiet, very chill. Like, before this, I'm sitting down, listening to jazz music.
Oh, I love it.
And I'm very just low to the earth, and I don't like the word loner.
I feel that.
But I do enjoy like my time to myself a lot.
Enjoying solitude, it doesn't
Yeah.
make you a loner, it doesn't make you self-centered or anything. It's something natural for people. I'm a twin and I like my solitude.
Same here.
Right, so it's like we're not the
Yes,
same.
yeah.
It's just you
whole-
need your own space. You need your own identity. You need.
It's like, if you've been stuck with this person since day one, and people don't understand that.
I'm sorry.
Like I have a twin sister, and the fact that I wasn't born by myself. I shared this room with this woman, and it's like, I'm very big on like doing stuff by myself alone. Like my birthday just passed in August, and I don't even call it my birthday. I say it's my sister's birthday because she always want to do something.
Bruh. I'm always like, everybody's like, what are you gonna do for your birthday? And I'm just like, I don't know. She kind of she wanted to do something. She told me about this like last week or something. I don't know. We can figure that out though. But yeah, I'm same way. I love my sister. Like she's one of my favorite people in the world. And we don't talk every day, but we'll talk every week or so, every few weeks or whatever. But it's always a good conversation with her.
Yeah, same thing. It's me and my twin. We the opposite. She's a police officer. I'm a Star Wars nerd. She was sports. I was art and dance. So you'll think that the girl will be the one, and 9 was me. She protect me, and she still does. And like
So
I
which
said,
one of you is younger?
She is by a minute.
She's younger than me by 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, by a minute.
I've been trying to get her for them 2 minutes though. So we don't went off on a tangent. So
Yeah, there you go.
okay, so how do you feel about emceeing for CypherNation? Like, what are your expectations or goals for that?
To just get kids to laugh. Like me being a father of two, I have a 7-year-old and a 5-year-old. I do enjoy making my kids crack up, just laugh. And recently I've been doing more kids battles. So I found the love and joy of that.
Yeah.
And it's like when I got approached by the event and it's a kids battle, I'm like, oh, and it's in December, bet I'm coming at Bbop class. I gotta, not to make it too cheesy, but keep it hip hop, but I'm like, man, I'm instead of North Pole, I'm from the South Pole. But it's like I cannot wait to just entertain kids, to make parents laugh, to let parents know we all on the same page right now. I understand how you feel. You tired? I'm tired too. And I'm definitely going to bring my kids because I want them to see, you know, what daddy does outside of being a mechanic.
Right, they should. I mean, I think kids, they have, I mean, their whole world is either their parents or, unfortunately right now, electronics. They don't do too much like physical activity unless their parents like sign them up for it. Like, and I had the option. My mom knew I had horrible stage fright, so she's like, "No, we're not. You're good. Your sister's gonna play basketball here. If you want to quit, you can quit." I'm like, "Oh, that's fine." You know, but it was kids. I've noticed they need more of the structure that comes in there, because even when I teach my hip hop classes, I get a lot of the kids that don't want to do something, or they don't understand it. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're dealing with. They're used to their classes being upbeat, you know. And then mind you, the classes I teach are upbeat, especially for the little minis. But at the same time, like, they don't. When it comes to physical work and actual like the culture behind hip hop, they don't quite get it. And giving them something like competition helps, because I mean a lot of kids now are competitive. And it's possibly because of the video games. You know, you're playing Smash Bros. And somebody kills you and then knocks you off that stage. It's like, oh, okay.
That's my son with Roblox. Be quiet in the house. Like,
Yep. So it's good to give them the healthy competition, like something to give them something to look forward to. And I love all styles of dance. I mean, I started out with krump. I went into popping, contemporary. I was getting into whacking for a little bit, but I stopped. I didn't have a proper teacher, so I'm like, where am I supposed to go from here? So, yeah, I used to watch a lot of videos. I didn't actually have a proper instructor until I met him.
oh, sweet.
All right.
I started off like with dance. Like I said, I've been dancing since I was born. I got videos of me dancing at Emcee as a 1-2-year-old kid with diapers, and you know.
Love it.
But it's, you know, really, like when I moved to Atlanta in '95, that's when I was like, I think I love this. And it was, for me, was when I went to the underground and I saw a group of guys doing the Smurf, which is a geek stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm like, yo, this is dope. What are they doing? And then from there, I went to a skating rink in Atlanta off of Old National called Skate Town. And these guys, they skate saw, and they just started like popping over in Atlanta. It's called Atlanta Ticket.
Right.
So they just started doing that. I'm like, yo, this is dope. So I just started copying them and all that. And for years and years and years, everything I was doing, I was just ticking. Not really knowing what was what until 2003. I had a buddy I went to school with, and his brother was a b-boy, and I knew nothing of it. And he saw me dance at the talent shows and all that. And he said, man, you ain't better than Mr. Wiggles.
Oh, Lord.
I said, who Mr. Wiggles? I'll fire him up, man. I'll fire Mr. Wiggles up. He was like, no, you can't. You can't fire him. Okay, no one get Mr. Wiggles. He was like, I bet you ain't better than Mike Watson. I'll get Mike Watson. I know nothing. I knew nothing about nothing. And it's crazy thing, I saw Mr. Wiggles on music videos, you know, like back in the 90s.
Right.
You didn't have YouTube, you didn't have, you know,
you had to wait for the music video to come up. Yeah,
so I always paid attention to the background dancers back then.
Same.
So I'm like, when went at home, I got on AOL, like, I gotta find Mr. Wiggles. I found him, I'm like, he was in Usher My Way video, doing the backslide on his knees. Yo, he was in Limp Bizkit video. Okay, bet. I'm like, nah, no. And he had his website was MrWiggles.biz, had a forum page. On our forum page was poppers from everywhere, giving knowledge. Before YouTube, like, people would like post their videos using whatever platform that was available then. And that's when I met, I got in touch with a dancer named Jason Crone. And he told me about this event in Atlanta called Break Atlanta. And then the kid at my school, he was like, yo, my brother, man, he a B-boy, he go to Break Atlanta. And I'm like, what is that? What's Break Atlanta? I'm like, man, I want to go. He was like, bet, man, I'm going to get you, we going to go. But my mom at the time was not going to drive me to Memorial Drive. I lived in Cobb County. So I unfortunately had to lie. Kids don't lie to your parents.
No, don't do that.
And I was like 15, I think. And I'm like, Mom, I'm going to this house party. I'm going to dance. She's all right, cool. Got dropped off at his club. Friend Randy, his brother, picked me up. They took me to the spot. And that's when I seen Break Atlanta. And I'm like, what is this magical place?
Right.
And I'm like, what's this? What's this? There's B-boys everywhere. What's this? And I'm like, I just fell in love. And I'm like, then I saw Papas, I saw like the Funk Lords, and I'm like, they popping, and a guy named Boogie Links, and I met Mike Watson and Aqua Boogie. And I'm just, as a kid, I'm just sitting there just watching all of them. And my friend at the time was like, yeah, get out there, man. I'm like, I didn't talk all that crap about I'm gonna fire these people up.
I can't do it. No.
I'm like, I'm good.
All right.
And from then, man, like I got in contact with Jason Crone. He came like a mentor to me, and like he told me, what you're doing ain't really popping, and that crushed my heart. And I crumbled up in a little ball, and I just started doing my research. I was like, Mr. Wiggles had like all the knowledge, like this, the manuals to the culture, and I became a sponge. And what really got me into wanting to MC was watching the movie Wild Style.
Oh yeah. And
seeing Busy Bee, and seeing Fab Five Freddy. And you know, I've seen Fab Five Freddy a couple times when yo MTV raps and you know movies. I'm like, I think I can do that.
Right.
But I gotta fear talking to people. And that's always in the back of my mind. So like every time I go to a dance event, I would imagine Wild Style, the movie, in a certain scene when it was at a block party. You got the B-boys, you got the poppers, and you got a Busy Bee on the microphone. Yes, yes, y'all, and they don't stop. And I'm like, I can do that. I know I can do that. I don't know when, but I know I can do it. And like even like still today, if I'm hosting, that scene in that movie constantly plays in my head.
Yep.
Every time.
Yep. And that's for me. It was Save the Last Dance. I know it's cheesy. It's so cheesy. I know. But as a little girl, I'm sitting in Florida with my mom and dad. We're watching a family movie and whatnot, and this scene comes up. You just saw this woman pretty much glide across stage beautifully, and she's like in the next scene taking off her ballet shoes, and she's like she has blisters, her toes are bleeding, nails cracked, and my little brain was like, oh, if I can look like that, that's okay. You can deal with that. Just little injuries. You can heal. The body heals. You know, I got a Band-Aid the other day. It's fine. It didn't. First of all, I never even tried ballet. Let's get that out. It didn't even occur to me at that time that that's what she was doing. But I found my love in contemporary when it came to that type of that closeness in the style. But when I saw the man dancing, I was like, what's he doing? He all squiggly.
Oh yeah. I see that with. For me, I think that was Poppin' Taco and breaking. Like everybody, you know, rest in peace, Poppin' Taco. But everybody, he like was talking about like Boogaloo Shrimp or Turbo. When I seen breaking, I seen Taco came out doing Cobra. I'm like, yo, this brother is dope. And then that's when I started like really paying attention to other stuff. Like, yo, he was in Shaka Khan. I feel for you. And I'm like.
Yep.
And he was in Climax Meetings in the Ladies Room. I'm like, yo, I gotta do this, man.
Yep.
So yeah, I understand. Like and I just kept on rewinding. Bought the cassette or the VHS. Didn't have the remote.
Right.
Kids are spoiled these days. They just go on their phone and slide the ball. You gotta run up. You gotta hit the button. Run back real quick.
Right.
Like then you gotta practice dancing. Hit it back again.
Yep.
That was work, man. That's hard work, kids. Y'all know what that's like.
It's real, man. Like everything is so easy now. Like I remember being in my room watching, like trying to find the Missy Elliott music videos so I could try and figure out the choreography. Like what was that? I'm song On and On or Work It and stuff, man. Or even watching Sierra. I'm like, why can't I? I'm like halfway through the song. I'm like, no, it's gone.
Oh man, that was. Oh, you had to wait for a music video.
Yeah, have all this random stuff come on after it. Then all of a sudden hip hop will come back. It's like,
oh my god, man, I did that so many times, especially like when Harlem Shake came out.
Man.
And you had the 3 kids that was always in like the G-Dep videos, and I would just wait for that to come on. I'm like, all right, I don't want to see that. Christina Aguilera, come on, man. I'm like, bet. Oh, okay. Let me get ready. Bet. Yeah, oh man.
And loosen the shoulders up.
The kids are spoiled. They can just go on YouTube and just
click,
search.
rewind. And then they made that little button that lets you rewind 10 seconds to 30 seconds. I was like, oh, so we don't even want to grab the bar and scroll. I see.
They don't have to type no more. Just speak it. I'm going to turn that off my kid tablet. Thank you for putting that in my head.
Right. See that? So this is going to be an amazing event. Like this, like CypherNation, I feel like it's going to be something that like just the kids need in general in the community. Like they have all types of competitive events and whatnot, and I love it. Like, I love that these kids still have the need to compete. But having judges there, like people that you can like you get what 5 judges for us, different styles, being able to tell you, okay, so this is what you should work on. This is what you should this is what I loved about you. And like actually being able to get that that live feedback instead of having to wait for somebody else to come on and be like, okay, well, now I gotta wait for them, and they might forget me. You know, it's all types of stuff. But having that environment, like a legit hip hop battle environment, I feel like that's gonna be so dope to have the kids. Like, I love seeing kids dance. Like it blows my mind the stuff that they can do. Like it's crazy. I'm like, oh god, my back. Oh my knee. How'd you get over there? Do it again. It's crazy.
You get tired, young man?
Right. They get up and just start running around in circles. It's like, how did you? All right.
Now that's dope, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. Like I'm very big on the youth right now. I love to see the new up and coming dancers. I mean, like I said, I've been doing kids battles lately, so I'm excited for the future. And I can't wait to see like what these kids do. And I'm happy that y'all are doing this. I'm like, man, this is nothing but kids. Oh yeah, I'm excited. Now I can't wait to see like who's gonna be dope and big in the next years, and how the battle scene's gonna be, how the dance culture's gonna be, and who's gonna be the next Bbop and host these everything.
Right.
So it's exciting. And like now seeing my son taking a real liking to dance, I'm like, yeah, now I gotta get you here. So I made a promise to him, as soon as I get done, I'm gonna go and get him. And
okay, I can't wait to meet him. Happy. So we're gonna wrap this up. We've been talking for a minute. So CypherNation is going to be on December 10th, 2 to 5. It's going to be at Danceflix here in Swanee. We hope to see you guys. Bring your kids, bring your uncles, your aunties, everybody. Oh, yeah. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be fun. We got plenty of vendors, all types of sponsors such as Red Bull. It's gonna be crazy, guys. Make sure you bring your kids. Make sure you bring your gear. And make sure you bring your energy too. Like it's gonna be hype. All right. See y'all guys next time. Please be letting me talk.